So, welcome to Shoes That Talk.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome. Hey, Faith Joy. We have Faith Joy in the building tonight.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
So, I decided to feature my daughter, who is a coach, an advocate, who is a spiritual guider and love women. And also, she's working now and being a coach to teenagers. And she loves what she did. And I thought her story was great with women that needs to hear, that women need to reach out and touch and send love to others. So, Faith, let me hear from you.
Well, hi, everyone. My name is Faith Joy, to be exact. This is my mom. And my auntie over here, and I am glad to be here. I am 25 years old from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised here. I'm blessed. That's what I would say. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to be in the land of the living. I'm blessed to just be an advocate and a servant to the people. I have a business called To Be Creative, where we cultivate relationships, build foundations, and discover creativity daily. With Christ in mind. And through that avenue, I have multiple streams. We have mentoring, we have podcasts, we have blog, we have merch. We do interactive lives, we do interactive conversations with other creators just to dig into the mind, to get to know them and how they do their creativity, how do they cultivate it, how do we connect with one another, and just building that bridge between creativity and people. Because I believe it's also a way of networking. So that is some things about me. I am a Jesus believer. I go to the
Hallelujah.
Carpenters.
Hallelujah
I
to
go
that.
to the Carpenters House, Baltimore. Shout out to my bishop, Bishop Melvin Easley,
Yes.
who may be watching. He is the shepherd of my life. I have a beautiful son named Kason. He is 4 years old. He is the joy of my life. He's the reason for everything that I do. And I'm just excited to be here. We can go a little more into the things that I do and the ways that I serve others as we go on, but that's just a snippet and a bio for me. You guys can also follow me on all social media platforms at to be creative _. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm excited.
So, why do you love God?
Woo, straight out the gate.
Yes.
I love God because He loves me, and His love is action. He exudes love through how He treats me, how He shows up for me, how He gives grace to me, how He is hands on with me. A lot of the things that I've been through, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for God. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for His mercy, for His goodness, for His keeping, His protecting, His unwavering faith. Like, my name is Faith, and I find myself leaning on that a lot of the times.
Yes.
When I go through experiences or when battles come, I find myself leaning on my name and leaning on Him. So I love Him for just being multifaceted. He's a father. He's a friend. He's a provider. He's a waymaker. He's a promise keeper. He's all of those things.
Preach, girl. Preach, girl.
And I just love that He's unlimited. He's unlimited, and He does not put Himself in a box, nor does He put me in a box. So that is why I love God.
So I asked that question because I know that God is real.
Yes,
God
He is.
is magnificent. He's exuberant. He's great, and He's been magnificent in my life. And I can say that because He allowed me to have you.
Yeah.
I was told when I was young, I fell off a porch that I could not have children.
Wow.
So I met a gentleman, and he's your dad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Shout out to her father, Derek Jackson. So he allowed me to get pregnant, even through what doctors say. So I know that He's merciful, and that all my girlfriends had kids, and I had never, had got pregnant. So I wanted a girl, and I'm just grateful to have you as a daughter.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to have you as a part of my life.
Aw.
I'm grateful that you are moving in the direction that you are, that is enhancing other women. We talked about it when I first became clean and sober.
Amen.
We talked about let's embrace women. Let's give love to women.
Yeah.
And it's about sending peace and joy to other women.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to have you as a daughter, Faith.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
So sweet.
I do the job and I do it well. You know,
Yes, yes.
I love
Yes,
you.
I
I love you.
love you
Yeah,
too.
yeah. All that great.
Shoes that
You know,
talk.
so women that are watching, that may have chaos with their daughters. Sometimes we got to just learn how to love different. Sometimes we have to learn how to communicate different.
Yeah.
And sometimes we had to look at ourselves because we had to look at our way we approach. Our approach sometimes can be too harsh, or it can be sometimes that we taking our own foolishness into the conversation, and sometimes you just need to hear the child, and I'm learning to build relationships, and it has been a great road this far, learning to how to speak fluently, learning how to just not get into my emotions and be and breathe different, because that's essential to me. A lot of times I have went live talking about breathing different because you had to take the mask off, and once we take our mask off, we learn how to and trust God once we do the exhale and inhale. So Faith, I noticed that you do meditating. I watched some of your podcasts, and what have meditating been to help you? How does it help you?
Lord, meditation is how I get back in line with my inner self, how I get back in line with what God wants for me and His will for my life. And a lot of times, meditating, just like prayer, it's no shape form to how you do it. I can literally be at work and just be having a chaotic day, and I can just go in the bathroom and lock the door and just breathe. I can be at home and being intentional and pull out my yoga mat and put on my yoga clothes and do a whole 1-2 step to the process of meditating. Meditation is literally whatever you make it. But it's been an essential piece in my life because I need it. Like I am a person that get overwhelmed. I am a person that get flustered. I am a person that get frustrated. I am a person that sometimes battle with anger. So I have to learn when to enter it into my life and use it for what it's good for. And it's literally just bringing me back into alignment with my center self and just getting to a place of peace and resetting.
Yes. And so, Sherry, have you tried meditating and learning to how to refocus? What do you do
Oh,
to
absolutely.
refocus?
Because I'm too a mom, so I know how it is, and I've raised a daughter who's 31 years old now. So.
Yes, shout out to my girl.
Yes,
yes,
Taylor.
yes. Hey, Taylor.
So, you definitely have to meditate. You definitely have to find time to breathe.
Yeah.
Let go, let God, and it works itself out. And
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yes. So, I was thinking about being a grandparent, how Kason has centered me, and this is to the ones that's listening that are a grandparent, that, God makes no mistakes with children,
they are a blessing.
and they are a blessing. And my grandson Kason recharged me because I get out of line. And he just recharged me to be able to push and move forward in anything that I do. And when he see me, he just run and say, yeah. And I need that. We need that. We need to love, and we need to love unconditionally. And what I'm learning about kids learn love unconditionally.
Absolutely.
What does Kason and Taylor do to you, Sherry? Because Taylor is now 31. She's your only daughter. What does she do to you? Does she recharge you?
Oh, those kids alone, like you say, children are a blessing. I just love those babies. I'm in love all over again. I have another one on the way, so I would be a grandmother of 3. So what I was going to ask you, actually, you said your grandson calls you Yaya.
Yeah.
Where did you get that name? How did you come up with that?
Well, I have a girlfriend named Peanut. And Peanut grandson used to just run to her, and I'd be sitting there, and I said, you know what? Casey's name is Yaya.
for you.
for
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
At first
and
we was doing do Nana. It was
yeah,
given old.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
And
I
she
don't
was
like
like,
that.
I'm not an old grandma. I'm youthful. I'm
You
young.
know, I want to feel fly, and I want to
She
feel
swears she's
young because
fly,
y'all,
y'all.
I'm getting ready to be 60 next year,
Yes.
Oh wow.
and
You're
look what
beautiful.
God can do because I definitely
Yes,
don't look like what I've
absolutely.
been through,
Yeah.
and that's not being vain. I just know when I look in the mirror, I do a lot of mirror work.
Yeah.
You know, I had a young lady, Alfreda Robinson. I went to a class she had
I
down
remember.
at John Hopkins, I believe it was. And she said, Tammy, I was going through some grieving at the time. And she said, Tammy, I got a class that can help you. And the mirror work that she did for me,
Thank you.
I never forget it. I get real full right now thinking about it, how she embraced me with her love and her ability to tell me to look at you. Look at you. She said, cry if you need to. Talk to you. Talk to you. Look at your eyes. Look into your eyes, Tammy, and you can see the pain and you can tell God to take it, take it. And he did. And you know, and it's still a process because the process never ends when you learning to step into your greatness. So mirror work ladies always help. Talk in the mirror.
Yeah.
And that song by who, y'all? I'm Gorgeous.
Oh,
Hello.
Mary J. Blige.
Yes,
Yes,
that
I
is
love
the
that
bomb.
I
song.
don't.
That is the bomb.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
Mary.
Mary J.
It's
Blige.
good.
Shout out to you, girl.
Okay, shout out
Because
to
that
sis.
record, Hello Gorgeous, I needed to hear that song. And a lot of other women need to hear that song, don't y'all think?
Go ahead, Mary
She
J.
don't like that song.
I'm
It's
a
a
fan
nice
of Mary
song. I
J.
like that song.
But you know,
Oh, you're going to have to embrace that song, my morning girl.
okay.
And this morning I woke up, I looked in the mirror, I felt gorgeous.
Go ahead, go
Yes,
Yes,
ahead.
because I've had a great week.
That's good.
Yes.
Good,
yes.
good. Well, can I ask y'all something?
Sure.
How did you guys come up, or how did you technically come up with the shoes that talk? But how did you guys also collaborate with that name? You know, I know the story behind the name, but how do you even feel that Sherry plays a part in that collaboration?
Sherry plays a part in this collaboration because she's more like prissy than I am.
She's like
You
the
know,
girl next door.
She is the girl next door, and I just love her style. I love her personality. I love her drive. I love her realness, and I love the way she played
Oh, thank
the part in All the Glitter and Gold. She brought the noise.
you. I love
Yes.
that
Yes.
part. I
She's
love
the
playing that
nurse
role.
and all the
Nurse-
glitter and gold.
Nurse
And
auntie.
also she's gonna be the Lady T and Shoes That Talk coming up. And
Oh,
the Shoes That Talk
yes.
came to me
Come on,
because
Bart.
God said them shoes you were
Look out,
wearing
y'all.
when you were doing some things, Tammy, you need to talk about them and you need to get other women to talk about how those shoes they wear have impacted their life. So the shoes that you wore this week, Faith, how did they impact you? Was it great or was it sad or was it?
So, I just started a new job. I am back at where I graduated from Connections School of the Arts, and I am doing school counseling. And in that position, it's been different. Like my shoes this week have been a little uncomfortable. They've been a little flexible. They've been a little diverse, and also challenging. I am normally the person where I walk in the room and my spirit or my presence just speaks for itself. Where these rooms are different. They're different than I've experienced in my past where, you know, I don't necessarily have to say too much. My presence just speaks for itself. Where in the school system, because the kids and the teachers haven't been in the school for a while, everyone seems like they're flustered, they're frustrated, they're, you know, a little angry or don't want to be bothered. So I'm trying to like learn how to interact with people that really don't seem welcoming. And it's a challenge for me, but I believe that God has me here for a reason. I definitely think that I am where I'm supposed to be versus the job that I was at. But my shoes are just learning how to walk again in a different way. They're literally creating a new journey for me in my life, for my son, for my future. And I think that this door that has just recently opened is a door that is going to be multifaceted. Like the door is going to continue to open in different ways. So my shoes they talking. They probably tired.
You know what? When I met you, the day
that
that I met you while you were mentoring to a youth. It was a large group of people at
yes, at Goldie's,
Yes.
right?
Goldie's
Yes.
Carry Out. Shout out to my brother Randy.
Thank you.
You were your energy. Oh my God, it filled the room. And so every time I see you, you just inspire me to just move past because I'm shy. I can be shy at times and stuff. So to see you do what you do, it definitely motivates me and energizes me to just push forward and getting things that I need to get done.
Yes.
So,
And that's my end goal. Thank you. I'm glad
Yes.
that's really my goal in life, is to serve others and be the light. Like, if I can be a light to someone that only sees darkness, or a light to someone that seems like it's always clouds around them, that's what I aspire to do. I get joy, and it's fulfilling my purpose when I can be the light. And my light deserves to be shined everywhere. I don't want to limit where my light is shining. And that's another way of why I love God, because he allows me to go different places and shine my light, even if I say nothing. Like, I have the ability to just walk into a room and captivate it. Same as you. I feel like I've learned that from you.
Yes. Thank you.
Like, our clothes talk. Our smiles talk.
Yeah.
Our presence talk.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's unlimited to where we can make that impact. And I think that's what I love doing the most, is teaching others how to do that. Teaching others how to come out of their shells and embrace who they are and what they're capable of doing, because who can do it if it ain't you? That's
Right, absolutely.
And you know what my discerning just told me is that, now you're in the process, and really we're in the same process of serving women, and also learning to build relationships, because we isolate. We isolate because we get into our own BS. I don't want to cuss, but we just get into our own self-centeredness and forget that we got to build relationships. Like yesterday, I went to an event where Rudy received a award, and he had multiple people there that was loving on him, and it was just awesome, right? And now I feel like God is allowing me to not keep the door shut, open the door, and invite people into your space, because that's when you can learn how to be more loving. You just don't. It ain't all about Tammy. It ain't all about Faith. It ain't all about Sherry, because some of these people that come out to listen to Rudy have a speech, and to see this man from doing 31 years and to come home after 9 months and people loving on him and accepting him for him, that's major.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I embrace him because he's loving. I embrace him because he's real. I embrace him because, I needed a strength behind me, and I needed a strength. I need a love, God-fearing man. Simple as that. He's a God-fearing man. And, God will put casing in your life so you can rebuild your space that you need to be in, so you can come out of your shell. God put Taylor in your space and your grandchildren so we can come out of our shell. Absolutely. Because we can't keep staying in one space in a box, because then we won't be able to do what we're doing today. Because it's women tapping into this, and women wanting to know, well, damn, Tammy, Lady T, it's going live. It's going live. Because I want to love on
that talk.
Come on.
Because guess what? My sponsee, Tawanda Good, she loved on me. TT from Mount Manor loved on me. Wanda from the fellowship loved on me. And it's time to give back. KB, June. I'm giving some shout out to some women.
Shouting y'all out.
I'm shouting y'all out because, y'all still have a space in my heart.
Always. I even want to, take the time to acknowledge some of the old heads. Whatever, just walk in the room,
people.
No, y'all older than me. So how about that? I'm 25. Y'all, however old y'all
older
are,
than you.
older
That's
than me.
all we
There
need
we
to
go.
know. Okay.
So because those older people, or the wiser people, or the knowledgeable people, as Rudy would say, they have paved the way, honestly. And they've dug with the shovel, and some of them had to dig a little deeper than others, and I had to step back and acknowledge that sometimes, like, my mother crowd or group or her friend dynamic is different than mine, and that's okay, because
Today.
literally
Yes.
and it's okay because they have made ways that I may not, and then I am coming to make a way that they may have not, and we are all helping one another. It's each one teach one. You say that a lot.
Yes,
Each one
yes.
teach one. So what they may have taught and what they may have taught me, now I can take it and teach education. Generation after generation, you're learning different ways to help one another. And
Absolutely.
shout out to the old people. We love y'all. For real.
Well, Faith, you definitely live up to your name, honey. It's
Thank
a
you.
joy to have you here with us again tonight
Yes.
and having this great conversation with you. I did want to ask Tammy.
Yes.
Oh, so many topics and conversations we're having.
Oh, this is a great show today.
Come on.
Yes.
Y'all might need
Yes.
to, call on me a little.
Oh,
Choose
yeah,
that
what I was
talk.
gonna say was, I also, the day I met Faith, of course, is the day I met you. So,
Yes.
you were welcoming open arms, and so that was great for what you were speaking on earlier about opening up to women, and so yes, you definitely did that,
Yes.
and that's why we're here tonight, and you and I have collaborated and doing great things together,
Kudos to
building,
y'all.
yeah.
Come on, women empowerment.
Yes.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Yes.
All right, come on, bring the questions. What y'all got for me? Come on.
So we talked about your school. We talked about my grandson. We talked about your brand. I wanted to elaborate on how do you get out of your emotions when they are right here and you want to react. How do you step out of it and let God take control of your emotions and put them on the side and move forward?
So I'm still learning, y'all. I'm gonna be transparent and say that is one of the kryptonites that I haven't necessarily tackled just yet. But what I'm learning is to think first. I have been very impulsive for a mass majority of my life. I am very, very, very impulsive. Sometimes my decisions aren't always the best in the moment. So with me being a public figure and me being involved with several different avenues of life where I am serving others, I've learned to just think. Like, even if in the moment I want to do something, I try to do that meditating that I was talking about earlier, just breathe and okay, Faith, what makes sense right now? If you do this, who is it going to affect? If you do that, what's going to happen? What's going to be the repercussion to your actions? And sometimes I go with the impulsive. I ain't going to hold y'all up. Sometimes I do, but most of the time, I'll say within the last 4 years since I've had Kaysen, I think more. I write down what I'm feeling. I evaluate where I am and what's going to happen if I do this one thing. Because for a long time, I would react out of impulsiveness or impulsation, whatever the word is. I would react in that way and then see a trickle effect of events that come after that are bad. Where I might lose out on money, or I might lose out on a friendship, or I might lose out on a relationship. I might be arguing with my mother for a week because we could have had a conversation. A lot of things I try to just step back, and I might not say anything. I might just leave, or I might not address it right then and there. I'll just try to think, and whatever that happens after the think, I'll try to pray.
Right.
And then after I pray, I'll go back and revisit the situation and see what I can do differently, or even have those conversations. But sometimes, right now, y'all, I'm gonna be very honest. I haven't been saying anything. I'm learning because I'm such a communicator and I'm such a vocal person. When I say nothing, it does more work. It allows the person to go back and say, okay, why did Faith say nothing? Like, she's gonna normally speak. She's normally gonna vocalize how she feels. So when I feel certain things or anxiety comes, sometimes I say nothing. Sometimes I think before I speak, or I might just pray and leave it up to God to kind of answer it for me.
Yes, because less is more.
Yeah.
At times. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Because
great that
You
you do that.
if your hands always up and you always defending yourself, how do you allow to God or anything else, good energies or good vibes or good people to come in if I'm always in defense mode?
Right.
You know?
And you know what I learned, that we have to take the focus off ourselves. Like when we now that we're in the public more, we interacting with people. We have to send good energy to the other individual. We have to take the spotlight off of us, because you never know when you step in a room and you engaging with other women. They need positive energy.
Yeah.
They need, hugs. They need love. And if we come in abrupt and it's all about me, it's not good energy. Especially if not even if it's your event, if it's someone else's event. Be mindful that women, everybody got a story. Everybody wearing some shoes that they need to talk about, and everybody need to say a smile when Faith come in the room, or when Lady T come in the room, or when Sherry come in the room. So you got to be able to embrace women with love. It's all about love, y'all.
So, Faith, as far as mentoring, when did you realize or figure that that's something that you wanted to do? Like, did you just wake up, have an epiphany that this is what I'm going to start doing, or did that, was that like a jump from your counseling of the youth?
So I just started with the school counseling position.
Okay.
Like this literally is my second week that I'm
Okay.
doing it. But I've always been in the position of leading. If it's at church, leading dance, praise and worship. If it's at my own school, I'm leading the dance squad at school, or the cheerleading squad, or whatever. I've always been the person at the front of the line. Okay. So I realized that my influence starts at the front of the line. And if I'm going to be at the front of the line, what kind of example am I going to be? What are you going to be able to take from me standing at the front? Am I going to be the mean girl that, no one wants to talk to, or everyone wants to be, but no one really has anything to say to her? Or am I going to be the girl that shows up and can change the narrative of the rest of the line? So that's when I realized, when I was more so at church within the last 5 years, I've been more involved with the younger kids. And a lot of my dancers that I dance with, they're younger. So I seen myself doing it naturally, and it just came naturally, where I would just be some type of coach or life coach or mentor or sponsor, whatever. I was doing it anyway. So I realized, like, why don't you get paid to do this? So I kind of took my gift and made it my craft, and then started to make money from it. But not looking at it as something to just make money from. I wanted to do it in a servant spirit. Right. Because a lot of young ladies nowadays really don't have any resources or guidance. And I know that I'm very resourceful, and I'm a great guider, with just walking you through the days and daily things of life. So with that, I wanted to just kind of minimize it to mentoring and put it in that box, simply because it's more effective that way. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's just something that I do. Like, I know my advice, even with my friends. I have friends that will literally call me and be like, Faith, what should I do about this? Or, Faith, I had this situation, how should I handle it? Or, Faith, I'm going through this emotion, how should I, get out of it? Or how do I walk myself through that? And even with my mother, with her process of life and recovery or whatever, I found myself being that for her. So I'm always doing it for others. And I just felt like it's kind of my call. So tapped into it.
Good answer.
I
just
shoes that talk.
Level, like, you good with kids,
Yeah.
But now I want you to take it to another level where you learn how to deal with women. Mm. That's important, that you build relationship with women, and be apologetic when you make a mistake, and know and acknowledge it. Because sometimes we brush it over our shoulder, and we not being considerate of others. We have to learn how to give eye contact, put our queens on the side for a minute, and embrace other women's hearts. And not always let it be about Faith Joy. And when you do that, you're going to learn that you can deal with women on other levels, because you used to dealing with the little kid or the 17-year-old or the 15-year-old, but you're going to take it to another level where you learn to build relationships. Because that's what this conversation is about today, building relationships with women. That's powerful because it's going to allow you to love on yourself better, and then you can give it to another woman. And when you come in a room, you're going to step. When I step in a room today, I know that I'm going in that room because I'm going to give some love. I had a great conversation with Steve is in the house. Hey, shout out to Steve and Margaret, Rudy's sister and his sister and brother-in-law. I just giggled and laughed because I'm just channeling out. It ain't about me. It's about building relationships.
Absolutely.
Am I making any sense, ladies?
Absolute sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, makes sense, daughter?
Yeah, I got you, sis.
Okay.
I
So,
hit you with the sis.
We have another show coming up at the arena, Choose the Talk, July the 2nd. We're going to start casting March and April and May. At the end of March, I'm going to have casting call, and it is about Shoes That Talk. It's a boutique shoe store with a boutique, and it's going to have a salon in it. So y'all stay tuned. And Lady T is being played by
Your one and only.
Come on, Sherry. Crack it up,
and
Sherry.
my daughter Faith Joy is being played by
Me. Playing my own part, all right?
Okay, how about that?
So y'all stay tuned for that. It's going to be at the Arena Players, you all. And I'm excited because I heard that y'all love the design that I did for All the Glitter and Gold. And also, we will be having All the Glitter and Gold again at the School of Arts. So stay tuned for that. I will be posting it. And directing has been phenomenal for me. Producing has been phenomenal for me because I had already been doing some writing, the Shoes That Talk, and to have a significant other friend that's doing writing, producing, and doing some making some power moves in Baltimore. So it allows me to step into my greatness. And how do you step into your greatness, Faith?
I just do it, honestly.
Okay.
I just, I consult.
say it.
For real. Like, honestly speaking, I find myself receiving better results or getting things done when I just don't think too much or don't over analyze it or critique it too much. When I just do it and just go with my gut, greatness comes out of it. And my problem is just being consistent in that, like just putting my shoe in front of the other over and over and over
shoes again, right?
Yeah,
Them
literally
shoes every time.
Literally,
Yeah,
sometimes
shoes that talk.
you get to walking and then you
Yeah.
get tired and you be like, all right, I did enough, so I'm gonna chill for a minute. But then when you chill, that's when you should have been running. You know, like sometimes you gotta take your little cute heels off and put your tennis shoes on.
Yes,
and get to
girl.
it.
Yeah.
and I'm realizing that as I get older, and I try not to beat myself up too much because I'm 25. All my T's and I's are dotted. Like as far as the basics, I got it all together. But internally, I don't want to have it all together on paper. But then internally, when you start reading my book, it's jibber jabber. You know what I'm saying? So I try to take that time to do that self work, and realizing that my self work innervates and it promotes and it propels me to be greater or better.
And you know what I noticed too, that when a mother, this is for women that's listening, that when you tap into your better self and you listen to your divine, which is God, it allows you to love on your child differently. It allows you to communicate with your child differently. It allows you to look at you. It allows you to, when you get ready to speak to her, you think about it. Because you can't compare yourself with what she's going through. You gotta just embrace her for where the space that she in, and try to give her positive advice and spend time with them. You just can't just be on one side of town and don't want to drive to the other side of town. You got to get in that car when you don't feel like it and go love on your children.
Absolutely.
And because God make a way for y'all to come together.
Agreed.
So Sherry, how do you step into your greatness? What makes you smile and laugh and want to be a part of a podcast like this?
I'm like Faith. I just step right into it. I be myself. I know what I want. I know finding my purpose, and that is to be on, a podcast and helping women, inspiring people, styling people, making women look and feel beautiful. And so
Yes.
that's what I love to
Well,
do.
one thing we can say is Sherry can dress.
Yeah,
Honey.
thank you,
Yes,
She
thank you.
puts her
yeah.
stuff on, okay?
Very stylish, very
She
stylish.
puts her gear on.
Shoes that
Can I
talk.
ask y'all something? I can ask y'all something.
Sure.
We still kind of in the phase of a new year and embarking on a new season, quarter, as they call it. Quarter one's about to be up. Quarter two is about to start. What do you guys see for yourself in this year as far as um, futuristic goals, or what do you want to accomplish for quarter
So for
two?
me, the shoes that talk, Lady T. This purpose is to embrace women, to love on women, and I want to take it to another level. I like to start my own radio or talk show. So y'all give me some feedback and just be real with me. And if you have resources to help me get to that level, reach out to me, inbox me. I see me having a shoe store called The Shoes That Talk. It's already in divine. It's already in order. And the shoes are going to be dynamic. Y'all know I'm a fashion girl. So look forward to a line of shoes called The Shoes That Talk because I am an entrepreneur and I'm best when I'm an entrepreneur. I'm
Yes,
best
you
when
are.
I am doing me. I'm best when I listen and don't move fast and I slow my roll because sometimes them shoes want to fly. They just want to go on the other avenue, y'all. And I had to just put the brakes on, So the shoes that talk is going to another level.
Okay, so for me, again, it has to do with styling people, being an influencer, as well as I would like to tell my story. One day, get my book out there,
Yes.
um, and just acting is that's been something that I've shied away from for a very long time. So just starting the first play that I've done, I look forward to doing more of that.
Love it.
So
Love it for
acting,
you.
styling, being on this talk show, inspiring people, motivating one another. Yeah, that's what
Love
I'm
it.
looking to do.
Love it.
So if
Yes.
I, not if, when I get the shoe store, girl.
See what you want me to do?
Y'all two
She
are
I
always
so
want
want
you
me
to
to
help
do
me pick them
stuff.
shoes out because I'm almost 60 now, and I don't want to be picking out no
Them
mid.
shoes that's comfortable for your feet.
No, I put the heels on in a minute,
You
baby.
do,
I can
you
still
do,
strut in them.
you
Thank
do.
God I can. But I'm saying I want you to help me pick them shoes out. I love for y'all to help me design the building, the
Absolutely.
boutique,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
because
Oh.
it's gonna be the shoes that talk, and I'm coming hard this time too. So y'all know I don't play when I do the entrepreneur thing.
Mm.
Yes, it's about being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, and it's about embracing women.
Okay.
Yes.
Saint. I love it here. I love it here. This is good. I don't know what type of time we have, but I guess I can ask y'all another question.
Sure.
When it comes to the path you have taken, right? When it comes to the journey you've already been on, what are one of the essential parts of that? Like, what's something that you will forever hold with you? It'll go with you for the rest of your life. Like, what is something that you learned in that journey of those shoes talking slash walking? What's one thing that will forever be with you on your journey?
For me, that God always had my back. When I was in the gutter, when I was lost, couldn't think clear, when I was looking in the mirror and I had a big mask on, you know, know what I went through, and I know that God always had a voice, always had His hands on me, and through it all, I know that He is real. He keeps me, and that He has a path for me that's going to be exuberant. And I can feel it. I can feel the joy that He gives me, and because the closet is over. The closet, when you close the door for me, it's closed. I ain't in there. I'm out here with you.
Period.
Period.
You heard her.
Yeah. Good answer, baby.
Good answer. Good
Okay.
answer. I like that. I like that. The closet is closed.
The closet
The
is
closet
closed
There's
for
no
me.
going
You're
back.
out the
Yes.
closet. Okay.
Basically. I like that. And you took them old shoes out. Did you get rid of
Yeah,
them?
but you know, I put some on the shelf, right? And every now and then, y'all, I'm gonna keep it real. I had to put a pair of shoes on because you know, ain't nothing fake about me. Y'all know what I do, and I just trust God that
So he gonna have your back, girl.
He gonna have my back. You know, I'm 100.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Sherry, what about you? Something that will forever be with you, or something, a lesson, a phrase, or anything that within your past journeys that will continue to walk with you in your future.
Hmm. I always put God first, and just being a mom, just inspiring people to, to show their greatness, so I can, and bring out my greatness. So just me being me and always being true to myself. It's gonna always just stick with me. Just being yourself is the best thing, and that's
Agreed.
what sticks with me.
you know
Being
what?
authentic.
Cool, Sherry.
Hmm?
You are my new sister. I don't have any sisters, and I hope you don't put a dag in my back.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Not.
So I'm saying that because I don't get close to women. I know a lot of women. I'm very popular in Baltimore, and I don't like foolishness. So I'm just saying to you, I'm loving on you. So bring it back, and let's continue to have an open communication so we can make this flow the way it needs to flow. But I wanted to ask you, ladies, when you take your clothes off and you naked, right? I'm kidding.
Where we going?
I'm gonna close it out like
Where we
this.
going?
When you naked and you look in the mirror, what do you say to yourself?
That's a good question. I can go for that.
No makeup,
no
makeup,
nothing.
no
Just
eyelash,
raw dog.
no man.
I need to get on that treadmill.
I'm
Number
just saying,
one. That's what I'm
right.
saying to myself. Okay, I'm gonna be on. I'll just be 100 transparent.
So I wanted to close it out like this
Stop
because
eating the
you know it's a lot of stuff
carbs.
that we ladies really need to work on.
Mm.
We need to work on eating habits.
Yeah, absolutely. Eating
We need to
habits.
work
Cut
on
those carbs out, women,
exercising
'cause
and
I know
being
I need to.
consistent.
That's what I see when I look in the mirror at myself. I need to cut the carbs, the
Okay.
sweet
I don't
tooth,
really know
eat
how to
the
give it
sweets,
up.
the
I'll be
sugar. I
honest.
have got
I
to
love
let
a
it
good
go.
chicken, good French
But
fry.
Tammy, you talking so fast. I know we have to hurry up and end this because I do look at you as a big sister. 'Cause I don't
Okay.
have a sister,
Okay.
so you're a big sister that I never had.
Okay,
So,
thank
yes,
you.
the feelings are definitely mutual.
So we're gonna make this work, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, I'm going to answer the question. When I look in the mirror and I'm naked, I actually like what I see. To be
Okay.
completely honest, I love my skin complexion. I love my curves. I love my embellishments or my little cellulite. You know, the Lord is blessing me with a little hip and a little twist.
All
You
right.
know, so I like what I see. Would I love to improve what I see? Absolutely. I definitely think she needs to be toned up, but I am very in love with who I am and what I see in the mirror. I do like to enhance her every now and then, you know, as far as makeup or clothes or do my hair or whatever, get my nails done. But I am whole. I can say that confidently. Like, I don't need any type of acknowledgement or reassurance from any man, any woman, any friend, any nothing. Like, validation is not what I seek anymore. And I thank God for that, because it was a time where I walked around waiting for somebody to tell me, "Oh, girl, you look cute," knowing I'm cute.
Okay.
Still needing somebody
You
to
better
confirm
say
it.
that.
Or a man just acknowledging the fact that I look pretty today. Or if I'm dealing with a man, I just be wanting him to say, like, you smell good, or your shoes look nice, or I see you got your nails done, or see you got your hair done. I don't need none of that no more. And I can say this
Go
proud,
ahead,
loud,
Fake
and proud.
Joy.
Thanks,
I've
Niece,
been
for
single.
saying that.
I've been single for 3 years, and I have been in this journey by myself and enjoying singleness and being happy with being by myself. So when God do bless me with a good man, the right man, I know that I won't look for him to do or fill any type of gaps. You know,
Okay.
I'm truly happy with what I look at and what I see in the mirror.
That's good,
Good
because
answer.
when you look good, you feel good.
Yeah.
When you love yourself, you can love others. You
Yes.
can, give others, share that love and joy. So yes, I agree with you, niece, on that one.
Thank you.
I'm loving myself as well, and yes, I know I can tighten up this.
This little gut and the little
Right,
tuck.
but
And
yeah, I love me. I have to say that I love me first. I love me.
So, yeah, so I like to thank you all who tuned in today. I like to thank you, Faith, for being my guest on
Thank
Shoes
you,
That Talk.
Faith.
Shoes That Talk. So please share.
Yes,
like, share,
share.
subscribe,
Yes.
all that good stuff. Follow
Yes.
us. Again, my social media platform is To Be Creative. It's TOBEK, not C, KREATIVE_, and then Faith Joy with an I on Facebook. If you guys want to follow me, connect with me, any of that good stuff. I have so many things coming to you soon. So please follow, like, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yes, Shoes That Talk.
Content Complex. You
Yes.
have been great.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you
Love
guys.
We did it again.
Yes, we did it again.
Stay
Shoes
tuned.
That Talk.